My birthright! My destiny!
Hello and welcome back to our channel, guys. I am sure the boys fans have noticed that Homelander is more unstable than ever in this season. I mean, the guy has always been on a whole different level of deranged, but the final season is giving us glimpses of just how goddamn broken and volatile he is. The dude is hallucinating Madelyn Still as an angel and taking a bath in breast milk, and that's probably why we can talk of the possibilities of killing Homelander. See, it has always felt like he is on an utterly shielded pedestal where nothing can touch him, let alone terminate the soup. But now, here we are witnessing a weaker version of Homelander who makes it feel like there are some ways to take him down. So, without any further ado, let's check out 5 ways in which the seemingly infallible Homelander can be killed.
You can't do this. Don't do this.
Number 1. Soldier Boy. Of course, Soldier Boy is the biggest weapon against Homelander. As of this season, we are even more sure that he is far superior to a soup than his son, and is practically immortal with the V1 running in his system. Now, let's bring in a couple of factors that make Soldier Boy the most convenient person to take Homelander out. Firstly, we know that he has radiant powers, meaning that he can emit extremely high levels of radioactive energy from his chest as a side effect of being experimented on by the Russians. And guess what that energy blast can do? It can strip any superhero of their powers, though we still don't know every limit or long-term rule behind that effect. Let's rewind a bit. When the boys freed him from Russian captivity, he ended up causing a massive radiation which caused Kimiko to break through concrete walls, and that severely injured her. Now, Kimiko is someone who is known for her regenerative healing abilities, but one boom from Soldier Boy and she had to end up in the hospital. She also lost her powers after it and gained them back only after taking another hit of the VA. A similar thing happened to Maeve, who now clearly describes herself as, like any other powerless schmuck in America thanks to Soldier Boy. The bottom line is Soldier Boy can turn any soup into a normal human being with his radioactive blast, and until they get their hands on another vial of the blue serum, they don't have any powers. Also, the intensity of Soldier Boy's blast is directly connected to his emotional state, meaning the more upset he is, the worse the blast is. If we connect these dots, along with Soldier Boy's perennial disgust for Homelander being his son, he can surely disempower him with the blast and then just punch him hard enough. That ought to kill him. I mean, the man almost did so in the 3rd season's finale, and Homelander's story would have ended long ago if not for Ryan getting caught up in the middle. Number 2. The supe-killing virus. The mega plan that Butcher and his team have been working on for all this time has finally been a success, and Samir has given them a virus which can successfully take out superheroes who have been fed with the usual Compound V. It managed to kill Jetstreak and Rock Hard in the 2nd episode of this season, and that too in a painful manner. However, only the soups who have V1 running in their system, that is Soldier Boy, Stormfront, Bombsight, and a few others, are invulnerable to it. Now, I know Homelander is someone who has been crafted into a soup from infancy and has gone through several levels to become Vought's strongest IP. However, he still does not have V1 in his blood, which means the boys can use the virus against him, provided Frenchie manages to recreate it. But how will they administer it? Well, the easiest and probably the most crooked option is to spike the breast milk he drinks. Ever since he killed Madelyn and Firecracker stopped producing breast milk, Homelander relies on stocked supply. If the boys manage to spike his breast milk, the virus will do the rest of the job. Another option is trapping him in a soup-proof room, which is basically a radiation chamber filled with enriched uranium and breaking a vial inside. Soldier Boy did manage to contain him in the vault for quite some time, and the radiation did have an effect on Homelander, who took some time to break free. Now, if Butcher did have the virus on him, Homelander's game would have been right over there and then. Number 3. Homelander might not be invulnerable to internal injuries. Okay, comic nerds, give me a cheer. In the boys' comics, Vought engineered a clone of Homelander as a failsafe if he ever went out of bounds, and it was none other than Black Noir. Now, Black Noir did his fair share of shit against Homelander, and the reveal led to a bloody fight between the two where Homelander lasered him to near death. Butcher did the rest of the work by brutally killing Noir using a crowbar and prying open his skull. So, where does that leave us? See, Black Noir, who was literally a mirror reflection of Homelander, had immense strength, but what lay underneath his skin was his real weakness. Yes, even as soups, they might not be able to sustain major tissue damage. Meaning, if going after internal organs was enough to take down Black Noir, it may work on Homelander too. I know he has been portrayed as the most dangerous supe in The Boys, and we don't have any noir in the comic accurate manner, but we do have someone with similar powers, Ryan. So if Butcher and Ryan managed to team up, and the latter used his laser vision to at least injure Homelander and force him to take his guard off, and Butcher aims for soft spots like his throat, eyes, or any exposed area, one precise hit might be enough to finish him. But then again, Ryan would really need to control his emotions and carry out the deed in a strategic manner rather than as an act fueled by vengeance, because we already saw he is not physically strong enough to directly go against Homelander, but a well-concocted plan and sly hits, that might just do the job. In fact, Ryan has proven to be strong enough to digest Homelander's punches and not die. During their fight, that first punch that set Homelander off strongly suggested that Ryan could actually make him bleed. Now, when Homelander was going all in on Ryan and he stopped moving for a second, it really felt like he might be dead. But he wasn't, and that means a great deal. So, if you flip the situation, it kind of starts to look like that Ryan could do just as much damage back, which probably explains why Homelander reacted the way he did. And the biggest telltale sign is what happened after that first heat vision blast from Ryan. Sure, it only left a small burn, but Homelander immediately started trying to dodge the next ones, which means that he knew that Ryan's lasers might actually be able to kill him. Number 4. Using Homelander's powers against him. Like any supe, Homelander too has heightened senses which are in fact a lot more intense than anyone else. His senses are so damn powerful that Ashley often did not speak about him even if he was merely present in the building. Homelander also has a fierce sense of smell, as we saw recently when he smelled Soldier Boy on Firecracker, insinuating they have lain together. However, his powers can be used against him if exploited correctly. If you remember the Season 2 finale of The Boys, Starlight and Queen Maeve actually resorted to sensory overload to disrupt him. They bombarded him with deafening sounds, which disoriented him and forced him to lose balance. Interestingly, there's another power of his which can potentially destroy him, and actually did so in the comics. His heat vision. Yes, in the same brutal confrontation between Black Noir and Homelander, where Homelander fatally wounded Noir, the latter actually managed to kill him with his heat vision. And once again, that means that someone with strong enough heat vision can off Homelander. And I am pinning my hopes on Ryan again. But hey, Butcher too has heat vision now, so it might just be possible that he takes Homelander out all by himself. But I am guessing Butcher's heat vision is not as powerful as Homelander's, and that's exactly why he has refrained from using it till now. Number 5. Homelander can be killed by his own insecurities. As I stated at the beginning, Homelander is a total wreck. The man has been fighting with his inner self for way too long, and no matter how hard he looks on the outside, he is literally an incapable child who requires validation like it's oxygen. There's probably no proper explanation to how effed up Homelander's psyche is. I mean, he could win any therapist's jackpot. Homelander is someone who always lives in fear. Fear of losing and not being worshipped. His need for acknowledgement is basically insatiable. And now the narcissist is also seeing and hearing things. He has this inherent urge to prove his worth, especially now that Soldier Boy is in the picture. And I feel that if someone can manipulate him rightly, the man will bring about his own end. Probably not a killing himself type of end, but losing his sanity to such a dangerous extent that his existence stops making any sense and he is virtually dead to the world. Alright guys, that's all for today. We know for a fact that Homelander can be killed, and I am super excited to see how Kripke has planned the termination of this psychopath and the end of the long-lasting feud between him and Butcher. Do let us know your theories about killing Homelander in the comments below, and if you liked this video, don't forget to hit the bell icon, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!